Hello, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh, and I want to talk about OJ Simpson's release from prison today. The man did minimum 9 years. He went to anger management courses. Now, some still hold it over him for he supposedly killed his ex-wife and a waiter. Yet, he had a trial. Everybody in the country watched it. I watched it, the entire trial, beginning to end. And the LA police did not prove their case, and OJ was acquitted. But did they leave it at that? No. People still rail against him to this day. He had a civil case where almost everything he owned was taken away from him in a wrongful death case. I think those are wrong. The burden of proof in those is less. But once you're acquitted, we were always told when I grew up, innocent until proven guilty. But in the case of OJ, guilty until proven more guilty. Now, he did a mistake. He had sports memorabilia stolen from him, and he went with a crew of people, and one of them pulled a gun. He was held liable for it. So was another guy. They went to prison. But he did his time. He should have gone to the cops. He should have sued the guys. But no one will let OJ get away with anything, and they will not leave him alone. And Mark Fuhrman, once again, comes out of the woodwork. You were part of the investigating team, and you blew it. But this is a history of LA incompetence. George Reeves, Marilyn Monroe, Roman Navarro, Francis X. Bushman, Sal Mineo, Robert Blake, the list, and RFK, not JFK, sorry. The list is endless of Los Angeles police incompetent investigations. Marilyn Monroe was not a suicide. George Reeves supposedly shot himself in the head, and yet there were numerous bullets in the floor, ceiling, and walls, and a bullet casing behind his body. Sal Mineo was beaten to death in an alley, or stabbed to death. I don't remember exactly which. Roman Navarro and Francis X. Bushman were beaten to death in the streets. And then we go back to the 1940s, the Black Dahlia case, like the Elliot Ness serial killer case in Cleveland, was never solved by the LAPD. They don't know what they're doing down there. It's a miracle they win any cases at all. So I feel OJ, he's done his time. The parole board warned him, if you screw up, you're going right back to prison. I don't think he'll do anything. If you believe he's guilty, it's time to be quiet and leave the man alone and let him live in peace. He's been sick and he's 70 years old. And he was not guilty. He was found acquitted. That should have been the end of it. That's how I feel. I'm probably the minority. Kathy thinks he was guilty as hell. But, well, Kathy's opinion does not use logic. All right, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great evening. Stay safe and cool out there if you can, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye for now.